What's up, guys? Welcome back to Mission Accomplished. My name is Michelle.
I'm Garrett, and you're probably noticing two things. One, we're in a new space. And two, I was told that I have to...
Oh my God, don't even do this to me.
I was told that I have to address my pimple that's on my face.
That is not how this happened. That is not how this happened, Garrett.
Let me just say before you jump in...
Oh my God.
That apparently my zit is so bad that I had to make a formal announcement to address the pimple.
Garrett, you are the one. We're in the bathroom for like an hour today with a freaking safety pin through your face trying to drain this crater of a thing. I love you and I respect you in any way, shape, or form, but you were so nervous. You're like, oh my God, what do I do? And I said, well, I could put some concealer on. And you're like, no, I don't want concealer. I don't want powder. But then you're like, oh my God, but what do I do? And I was just like, if you're so nervous about being on camera about it, which you admitted, then...
I wasn't nervous.
You literally said, I don't want to be on camera. You said that today.
Okay, I did say I didn't want to be on camera. And then I'm like, oh, it's a podcast. They won't know that it exists. And then I'm like, oh, well, it's still going on YouTube. So they'll still know.
Okay. And now the audio listeners know.
And now the audio listeners also know.
And
so we could have gotten away.
My response to that was, if you're so nervous about it, then just say something. Just be upfront. Like, guys, I have a zit on my face.
What are you doing with your feet? No, this is not happening. Get those on the floor. Okay. Okay.
But what I'm saying is, if you're just like, guys, I know I have a zit on my face. I have zits on my face. Then...
I just didn't think I needed to make a formal announcement.
It doesn't need to be a formal announcement. You literally could have just made a joke about it. We could have moved on. And instead, you tried to throw me under the bus. Here we are.
I wasn't trying to throw you under the bus.
Oh, my God.
All right.
I was told I need to make a formal announcement. My ass.
Whoa.
I'm sorry. I'm in a mood because we've been playing Among Us. And it gets me riled up, and it puts me in this headspace.
All right. So going back to what I was saying before, the first thing I mentioned is that we are in a new space.
Yay!
So you guys might notice if you're watching on YouTube. So the people who do know that I have a zit, or at least know what it looks like, they'll also know we're in a new space. But it looks eerily similar to the last space.
Yeah, since the last podcast, sorry guys, we have been gone for 2 weeks, as you know.
That was not planned. But here we are, still working.
The move was kind of crazy. I mean, anybody, if you've moved before, you know what I'm talking about. We moved into a brand new house and studio space. So now, instead of the room where we film and record the podcast also being the stream room and the gear room and the audition room and the Zoom call room.
And the meeting room, pretty much everything. Now it has its own dedicated space.
There's just this room for the podcast and some of the gear. Oh my God. It has been awesome.
Yeah, so what was interesting is we were able to color match the gray wall in our last
We literally got a perfect color match.
And we put it on these walls here. So it does look pretty similar. We did change up a little bit. It's still a work in progress. We're testing out set
art
design,
department.
some art. I got a D20 and a dragon back here. That's pretty cool. Michelle has a plant. Pretty cool.
Listen, I didn't have too many things for my side yet.
Things are still in boxes. We are still working on setting up the home.
Yes.
We will get you some very cool set deck pretty soon. Maybe, you know what we should put over there? Maybe something challenge accepted themed, like your fireman's helmet would be cool. Or I was thinking like, so you know what I just ordered online?
What did you just order? Sounds like you ordered something expensive and didn't tell me.
Not expensive, surprisingly. I finally gave the Twitch community what they've been asking for. All 8 of them were demanding that I buy this very specific corn couch pillow. It's a body pillow.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the corn floaty for the pool that you got.
That's a secret. Shh. Don't say any more about that.
How many corn things have you purchased?
So I purchased a corn body pillow that is getting here tomorrow by 9 p.m. You could put that. in the back. Everyone on Twitch has been trying to get me to buy this thing for so long. So Ophaniel and Boba and Falaron.
I can't believe
and
this.
Tessa, your dreams are finally answered. You will see the corn pillow soon.
All right. Anyways, back to being in a new place. We have been here for a week? 2 weeks.
We've been here
now.
for 2 weeks now. Yeah.
That is wild. We have been here for 2 weeks now, guys, and it is amazing. Like, it just feels so good having all of our different tasks in different rooms. We have a proper editor's bay now for our amazing editors. We have just a lot more space to create and think and rest and recover and recharge. And so far, it has been so amazing. What has been your favorite part of the move so far?
So I think my favorite part is we each have separate streaming areas now, so that when you're screaming on the top of your lungs, it doesn't come through on my mic. And I know the people on Twitch think that's hilarious, and it is hilarious. It is very distracting and like hard to manage. But yeah, this is good. This is better. Honestly, the faster internet has been good.
Once we finally got it.
And let's see. Yeah, having space for all of our creative outlets. I think the space has really allowed us to remove all the barriers to the creative process, which is hopefully going to make our content better and be able to enable us to make it quicker at a better pace, at a better rate. So yeah, that's the house has been really great. But that's not the main topic of today's episode. If you've clicked on the video, I'm sure we titled it after this.
Okay.
Today's topic is wedding dresses. And here's what's interesting about this topic. I am not allowed to know any major details about this.
Well, yes, a lot has happened in these 2 weeks, guys. So first of all, I think on the podcast before or one or two before this, we were talking about how my dad is an essential worker on the front lines of COVID. And so I haven't seen my family since December of 2019. And that has been pretty difficult for me. And so when we decided to move, my parents really graciously straight shot drove from Louisiana to LA to help us move. And while we were here, we were just sort of like, you know what? We don't know when we're going to see each other again. Let's do all the important things that need to be done. So yes, we went wedding dress shopping, me, my sister, and my mom. Our amazing planner, Danielle from Orange Blossom Special Events. This isn't even sponsored. She's just amazing. She put together this amazing day. We filmed the whole thing. There will be a video. Don't worry, guys. And we went to a variety of different shops throughout the day to find my wedding gown. And it was pretty wild because this is like a once in a lifetime, you hope, experience. And it was so special. I mean, I'm somebody who doesn't, as you guys know, like I've never had like a wedding Pinterest or any of that shit, but like it was so special. It was so wonderful going to look for the dress and to have my mom there.
I'm just happy your mom was able to be there for that.
Because I was so worried. Cool. I was like, I don't even know, like, am I going to have to go shopping by myself for this thing? I mean, it was just really weird. And thankfully the shops like allowed us to film. Like we had the shop shut down business basically to allow us to come film. And it was a really beautiful and special experience, and I'm genuinely excited for the video and for what I think we've decided. So
you think
yeah. I mean, this is an interesting conversation because you can't know any of the details. I don't want
you
to.
So why is that? I want to know what it looks like.
I know, it was really hard. It was really hard going to pick something out like this because I ask for your opinion on everything, which is a good thing sometimes, but then also I think I ask your opinion too many times, and it's good for me to be independent. And I'm excited that this like choice, picking the dress, is something that I get to do fully independently before we officially merge our lives together. And I think that's important too. So once I started going through it, it became easier.
So you happy with what you chose?
Well, I haven't officially chosen, but I basically narrowed it down to 2 dresses. And I'm finding out hopefully this week if there's a way to merge the 2. Because I didn't know this, but whenever you go and try on a wedding dress at any shop, it's just a sample. When they make the dress, they make it for you, like in the style of the sample, but for your body type.
I never knew that either. I thought you walk in, you put the dress on, and if you love it, you're like, oh my God, I want this. And then literally that one is the one that gets like refitted or tailored to you.
I'm sure you can, but my understanding is whatever you try on is just meant to be there for the rack.
Interesting. I guess that makes sense. I never knew, so that's interesting. I want to know what it looks like so bad, and it's not because I want to. I know I don't want to like ruin the first look or that moment seeing it, but this is why. This is where I'm coming from. Oh my goodness. And you know where I'm coming from.
I know what you're about to say.
From somebody in the film world, me, I have directed short films and sketches and whatnot. And when you direct a film, you get to choose you get to make decisions on every little thing that exists.
Very similar to planning a wedding.
And we think of planning a wedding like planning a party for our friends, right? That's how we're thinking of this. Like, and we love planning parties.
Planning a really good shoot, planning a good party.
I'm thinking of it like planning a party that we happen to be filming.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm going. And we love hosting. We love throwing parties. Pre-COVID, that's important. And it feels weird to me that like I am, or if like it's let's go with the film analogy. Like if I'm walking onto a film set as the director and I just let the lead actress or lead actor pick their own wardrobe for the most important scene in the movie, and I don't get to see it until I'm on set and we call action, that to me is terrifying. Like that would be so weird to like not have that choice, and has nothing to do with like, I guess it's a little different if you're marrying the person wearing it and they're equally invested. So I guess that is the analogy's not perfect. We're workshopping it. I guess what I'm saying is it feels weird to be spearheading with you and Danielle an event in which I don't get to know one of the main components of, and it's driving me crazy because I'm an Aries like control freak about that kind of stuff. However, I think this will be a really great exercise for me to relinquish that control.
And a good exercise for me to make a huge creative decision fully by myself. Now, obviously, I have the support of my mom and my sister and Olivia and like other people who know what's going on. But it's my decision at the end of the day.
Can I influence her decision?
You've already tried.
What color is it? You gonna tell me? Is it white? Is it like off-white? Is it like eggshell?
It's a...
Don't tell me. I'm not supposed to know.
What the hell? I don't even know how to answer that question.
Okay, so what you're doing... So you pick 2 different dresses and you're trying to merge them.
Yes.
So is it like...
Watch your hands. You're like waving over me.
Oh, sorry. I'm not used to the new setup. So is it like you have like a torso and a bottom and you're like swiping through and like mixing and matching? Or is it like...
No, I do know someone who did that with their wedding dress.
Oh, so you can do that. So is this then like, I want the lace from this and the color from this and the cut from that and the train from that? Is that like what it is?
You know what a train is? Oh. Have you looked into this?
No, I know what a train is.
Huh. Interesting.
No, I wasn't like doing research. That's just my...
How do you know what a train is?
For just needing to know wardrobe for movies and films.
Okay, whatever.
All of my knowledge on like designing a house, like for set dressing our house or for like planning this wedding, like my wardrobe knowledge is only specific to filmmaking. So like that's why I'm like not horrible at like home decor. Like I'm not great, but I'm not
pretty good
but I'm
at
not
home decor.
horrible, and that's because I have to like figure out what the sets look like when we make movies.
Sure.
So that's where all my knowledge comes from.
How can I answer this question?
Don't tell me what it is. Just tell me, is that what the process is like? Like this from that, this from that?
Yeah, and that's what makes it really difficult because you'll try on a dress and they'll be like, oh, okay, here's the dress. You're wearing it. You see yourself in the mirror and you think, okay, great. Like I just look at myself in the mirror and I decide yes or no. But no, they'll be like, oh, but we imagine it if we had a longer train, and imagine it if we had a lower cut in the front, and imagine it if we had a lower back. And at that point, it's like, I have like I'm not even looking at myself in the mirror at what I would get in the end.
So by the time you pick and choose everything, you have no idea what like amalgamation of a dress
essentially,
you have.
Because there's so much like, well, you could add a flower there and do this,
you
but
get
it's all in your head. Like,
wait.
Am I describing this accurately enough? Okay.
Does this mean when you choose everything, you just are winging it and hoping that this dress, this monstrosity of like this mix and match will work, or do you get to like see it?
You work with. So in my case,
that's terrifying.
In my case, hopefully I would work with someone who can show me like a CAD mock-up of what it looks like.
Oh, now, but you won't put it on your body until
you don't put it on your body until it's made.
See, I'm glad men is easier. And even at that
point, they're like, oh, you can make alterations and you can do whatever. Like that's why they recommend ordering the dress a year in advance. So that's what I'm doing.
I just need a tux.
But you're gonna go crazy. You're gonna want the right shade and the correct bow tie. Are you gonna do a bow tie?
I haven't decided yet.
Oh, you would look so cute.
I do like. I've been looking for an excuse to wear my D20 bow tie. I probably won't be allowed to wear that to the wedding.
You can wear whatever you want. Creative freedom.
If you get to choose your dress, I get to choose my tux.
I guess I get to be surprised by you as well.
Okay, what can't I wear? Like, what's definitely off limits? Is there like a color? Should I like choose a neutral color or a color that is like, or can I go wild with it? I like suits.
Are you thinking like a white suit?
Is there any color on the spectrum that is off limits? Like you wouldn't want me in a yellow banana colored suit, corn colored suit. Maybe.
No.
Could you imagine a yellow corn colored suit with like a corn cob tie?
You wouldn't do that. And I know you wouldn't do that.
Obviously I wouldn't do that, but I can have. So I know don't women have like reception outfit changes? So I was thinking maybe like
some do, but I
don't
really
wardrobe
want
change
to do
for
that.
me into something more like corn.
I thought you were going to say, let me slip into something more comfortable. Like what?
That too. Could you imagine wearing pajamas to your reception? That would be so.
You're just doing this to make me uncomfortable. Anyways.
No, of course we won't do that.
Some people do the multiple outfit thing. I ideally would like to just wear one outfit the whole time. And that is partially for cost effectiveness.
Oh man, this stuff's expensive.
Very expensive.
Yeah.
But also partially because if I'm going to spend this entire year putting together an outfit, which I've never done in my life, I want to wear it as long as I can. I don't want to just wear it for the 20-minute ceremony and get some pictures in it and
that makes sense.
Never wear it again.
Yeah, you're going to rock it all night.
I think so.
Could you do a thing where like it has a removable bottom and then you have like dance pants on? Is that a thing? Or is that really lame?
I'm sure people have done that. But like, cool. Imagine the first dance, the like all those like reception photos. They look so good. I think they would look good specifically in the dress I'm imagining.
I wouldn't know.
You don't know.
And I won't know.
There have been a few scares already.
Yo, Michelle has almost okay. At first, Michelle was convinced that I was gonna try to figure out what her dress looks like. Like I was gonna like snoop.
It's not an unfair thing to
you
consider.
Thought I was gonna snoop through your messages,
I
or
know
like,
you would never
or like
snoop.
Look through the footage.
I've never been concerned that you would like snoop or read my shit.
So, without even trying, and I'm actively avoiding information on your dress.
I'm so upset about this.
Almost like 3 or 4 times now.
Twice.
You have
Twice.
nearly leaked your dress to me. One happened this morning where we were sitting on the couch together.
Okay, here's this situation.
Wait. Let me tell the story.
Let me tell the story. The story is
Can't wait.
that, okay, so obviously we filmed this video. We have to have a very secure system of editing it so that Garrett doesn't see any of the footage. So since I had a long private conversation with Madeline, who is pulling selects on this video, and we went through everything. And then afterwards, I was like, I'll send you some key photos to sort of help her find the specific dresses I wanted to highlight in the video as she's pulling through the footage. And so I texted her some of the photos.
This is a really long way to just say you literally had your photos of your dress on your phone next to me.
Her.
So you were sitting next to me, like literally texting somebody the dress photos. I don't care who it is.
I didn't mean to.
And I immediately looked down, and it was one of those things where my peripheral saw it, and I registered in my brain, oh, it's Michelle in a dress. So I immediately turned my head and said, Michelle, I can't look at that.
I will say the one that you peripherally saw was not the one.
That's fine. I have no remote concept of what it even looks like because I didn't even like process the image. So no worries there. Even if you did choose that one, it would be fine. So that happened. Yeah, there's just been some accidental leaks almost, and I'm not even trying to get the dress. You're almost like just throwing it at me.
It's not my fault. We spend every day together.
It feels like you want me to see it before. I don't know how you're going to keep this secret for another year.
I don't either. You know what?
There's no way that's going to happen.
You know what it's like? I was telling you this earlier, but it's like you are experiencing a fraction of what I experienced, like wanting to be proposed to.
That's such a good analogy or comparison.
Yeah. But the difference is you actually know when you're going to see the dress. I, on the other hand, was just in this infinite timeline of love, never knowing when I would be proposed to.
Yeah, you were pretty in the dark. I do feel bad about that, but I couldn't give you a timeline because then you would have guessed. I mean, you wouldn't have been able to guess what happened.
In the same way, I'm not going to give you a hint.
Yeah, but I guess that's fine. I don't want to know what it looks like.
You're
the one showing me.
You're lying when you say that. You want to know.
Okay, of course I want to know what it looks like, but part of me doesn't because I want to keep that. I want to keep the authenticity of the moment.
Be so awesome.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to cry, no matter what you choose.
I am too.
You're gonna choose a great dress. You're gonna choose an amazing dress.
It's gonna be hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hot.
I have no doubt.
It's a hot dress.
You're gonna look absolutely stunning.
Thank you. I hope we still have a wedding next year.
Yeah, so everybody, we're getting to that point now where we don't know to keep our wedding where it's at. We're not getting to that
point. We have to make a decision in 6 months if we're gonna.
6 months is gonna go like that.
It is. It really is.
Just looping back to the wedding dress shopping, the actual act of finding a dress. Tell me, when you were just what were some of the things that you weren't expecting other than the mix and match situation you found yourself in? Was there anything else that you didn't expect from the experience?
I was sort of under some pressure from myself with this idea of you put on the dress, you have a magical moment when you find the one and you cry. That's how you know it's the one kind of thing. And it was really weird because the first place we went, she was like, you might not cry and you might just be like, this is the one. And it was just weird how, again, as somebody who I haven't been a fan of the wedding industry in the way my sister is, just hearing some of the expectations or fairy tale side of things being broken down. You know, you can just love a dress and you don't have to cry. Like, you don't have to have a massive emotional reaction. And that was interesting to hear. It was very overwhelming, all the different fits of dresses. Like, there's the mermaid fit, the swoop back, the deep plunge front.
What is a mermaid fit?
A mermaid fit.
Does it come out at the bottom? It's like
a mermaid fit is like it's tight around your hips and upper thighs to give more of like an hourglass look.
Gotcha.
And then there are all these like accessories I didn't know about, like an overskirt. So you can wear a fitted mermaid dress, right? But if you want that like ball gown kind of look as you're coming down the aisle, you wear this like piece of fabric that clips on over the waist, and it looks like a long skirt flowing off. But then you take off the skirt for the rest of the night, like for the reception and stuff, so people aren't stepping on you. Then there's the veil, and the veil, like, oh my God, there are so many different types of veils and like veil attachments. And do you want a full one-piece dress or a two-piece dress? Like, wow, I was very overwhelmed, but I also felt like well prepared by the work that we do. You know, like in film, you have to make a lot of decisions very quickly and manage people and creative very quickly. So that really primed me very well, but nothing can really prepare you for it. It's kind of bizarre because you feel like for me in the days leading up, I was like, okay, I'm planning a shoot. I'm getting ready to go film. I was more concerned, like, what's our COVID protocol? What is the shop like? Are we going to have lunch at this time? Blah, blah, blah. Like, I was thinking about all of those things. And then we got to the day and I was like, oh my God, like I guess this is a really freaking big deal. It's a big deal to pick a wedding dress. And not because it needs to, but because it matters to me. Because I love you so much and I want our wedding to be amazing. Because it can be, and why not? So then at that point I was like, I was feeling pressure. And especially when you're trying on dresses and they're not working, you're like, I don't know. And then you start, like, you're trying on your dresses and you're like, I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one. And you go through so many and you're like, is it me? Like, is there something wrong with me?
Like when
I'm not supposed to fit?
It's like when I go to Target and I try on 5 pairs of pants and I'm like, none of them fit right. Are my hips weird?
Right. It's like if you don't fit.
Am I the problem?
The dress.
Yeah.
Then I'm the problem.
I don't know why I use Target as an example. I don't buy my pants at Target.
I know you've never gone shopping for clothes there. That's weird.
That's not true.
No,
I have a sweater from Target.
Okay.
I have I have a really important question. This is so unrelated, but I want to ask this question because I've never looked up the answer, and you have no idea what I'm going to ask, but how often do you need to buy new underwear?
Why are we here? And I am concerned.
I just realized I'm not going to say anything yet. How often do you need to buy new underwear?
I don't know. I don't know if I have a gold standard for this. Some of the bras that I've had since high school. Is that bad? Or you mean?
I think up there is a little better, but down that for me.
I mean, some of the underwear I have is 4 or 5 years old.
And sure. That's okay.
I mean, that stuff's expensive. Victoria's Secret is freaking expensive, y'all.
But is that normal? Because
I actually don't know. Should we Google it? I need to know from the audience. How often do you guys buy new underwear? And do you buy it because it's like a sanitary thing?
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Do you need to?
It's like, it's time for new underwear because it's stretched out or old.
So I was going to ask that. Is it like a freshness thing? Like I don't know why. I just had a thought in my head that, oh no, I haven't bought underwear. I can't remember the last time I bought new underwear. And I'm like, oh, I've had the same pieces of fabric rubbing against my butt for years. Oh my God. I think I need new underwear.
I think that is the exact thing we are going to do immediately after this.
Oh my God.
I need new socks too.
Is there a standard for this?
I'm trying to Google it and you won't let me.
I don't want to just Google stuff on the podcast.
Please let me Google it. People do this. People do this on podcasts. Calm down. Okay. I'm literally Googling how often do you need to buy new underwear? Now, I will also add, you're not wearing the same pair of underwear every single day for 4 years.
You're not? I'm just kidding.
Stop. Okay, you got like 10 pairs.
Yeah, but think about that. Think about 10 pairs of underwear in a rotation.
Okay, so they're 365
for
days.
Years.
Oh.
See, now doesn't that feel weird?
Oh my god.
Is it like is it like every month or some shit? What is it?
You should as a general rule of thumb, you should replace your underwear every 6 to 12 months.
We don't have to tell anybody.
Oh my god.
No one will know.
Oh my god.
You said high school.
Hold on, I'm reading.
That's public record now. You haven't bought underwear since high school.
Oh no, there's some really disturbing facts in here.
Okay, lay them down. Let's hear them.
I don't even want to say this out loud. Okay, Professor Philip Tierno, a professor of microbiology and pathology at New York University, explained to HuffPost, "Our underwear sits atop the skin around the area that contains E. coli. No matter how much you try to wash it away from your skin, you can't really get rid of it all, which means it could end up on your underwear. It's been said there's roughly 1/10 of a gram of poop in an average pair of washed underwear." But he also adds, "It's normal and it doesn't hurt you." Okay, I am literally burning all of our underwear. We're buying new underwear. I do need new socks.
Well, that's a different story. So here's the thing. It sounds like you don't need to change out your underwear as long as you're cool with having poop in your underwear. Harmless poop, mind you.
Well,
it's harmless.
Okay, why did you think of this?
I don't know.
Thinking of marrying me?
No, I was. Well, we were talking about clothes and wardrobe, and I was thinking about trying on pants at Target, and then I realized I don't try on pants at Target, and then I realized that the last time I bought underwear was at Target.
You don't get like underwear for Christmas?
Years ago. No.
Oh, I get underwear for Christmas sometimes.
So you do get new underwear?
Yeah, but it's like in rotate. Then it goes in rotation with everything.
Do you get rid of old underwear?
When it has like holes in it.
So you've been updating your rotation.
I don't even know though. I'm gonna burn it all and get new underwear. Okay. Anyways, so back to wedding dress shopping.
Yeah, the wedding industry is interesting. Mm-hmm. We don't have a brand this week, do we?
No.
All right, go. Guys, no ad break. So instead, I'm going to plug my Instagram. Everyone follow me on Instagram because I'm trying to get 10,000 followers on Instagram so I can do that swipe up thing because I feel like an idiot when a video comes out and I can't do a swipe up.
I'm close to 300,000. Been sitting at a cool 297 for a while.
I have close to 300K.
Well, I want to
Poor
hit 300.
Me. Get Michelle to 300,000 because that's the population of the United States, and that's insane.
No, it's not.
Was it 3?
It's like the population of our neighborhood.
300? No. Oh, it's 330 million. That's what I meant.
That
Get
would be
Michelle
nice to
to 330 million, or maybe it's 360 now. I don't know.
How close is our Postmates? I'm hungry. Can we just check?
Yeah, we ordered it. 10 minutes.
Boom, baby.
Okay, guys, this podcast is gonna end as soon as our Postmates get here because we bought. I got Michelle a nice dinner because it was like a pseudo date. I mean, it's COVID. We don't go out to restaurants because not a fan.
Oh, you got it because you didn't want to cook with me.
Ooh, I didn't want to cook tonight, and I wanted to do a nice little gesture for you. And then the place was way more expensive than I expected, and now I'm slightly regret saying that we can order whatever we want. Dude, that appetizer was like $20.
I know, but it's going to be a wild mushroom crostini. Ooh. Ooh.
Okay, I do have a question. What's the difference between crostini and crostino? Because
I don't think we should include this in the podcast. I want to get back to the wedding dresses.
No. This is important. Madeline, keep this in. In some menus, it's crostini. And in some menus, it's crostino. Tonight, it was crostino.
Oh.
A mushroom crostino.
I don't know. It sounds unnecessarily gendered to me.
No, I think it's an Italian language thing. That's my guess. But if anyone has an answer to that.
But nouns in romantic languages are gendered, like el and la.
So one's an arbitrarily female mushroom, Christine.
Maybe.
Or okay. So in terms of wedding dresses, I think you should tell them what, like, I know this already. This is the one detail I do know.
Okay.
Give me like your log line of what you're looking for. Because I know this already.
Basically, what I am looking for in a dress, and I did share this with Garrett, so that.
Well, because it wasn't just a wedding decision; it was a whole wedding. It wasn't just a dress decision.
The whole theme.
It was the aesthetic.
Everything.
It was the aesthetic of the whole wedding.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So basically, a lot of you guys know I am half Indian and half white, and so in my wedding dress, I wanted to find a way to honor both of those cultures and backgrounds. And some people, for their weddings, when it's sort of like a mix of cultures or whatever, they wear two different outfits. So like I have friends who have had weddings and they'll wear a white Western gown for the ceremony and switch into something of their other culture during the reception or whatever. My mom, who is American and white, actually had two back-to-back weddings. She had a full-on Christian wedding and wore a white Western dress for that, immediately followed by a full-on Indian wedding, and so she wore a red sari for that. And because our ceremony isn't going to be religious, it's a non-religious ceremony, we don't really have a need to do two ceremonies. I'd rather just do one. And so I was thinking that it would be really cool to try and find one dress that is the midpoint of both styles. So an Indian lehenga or bridal sari that also has Western influence in a modern twist or the shape of the dress or something like that. But I want to be able to wear the dress and feel like it's a really unique blend of the two. I chose this because I am a person who embodies and lives within both of these genetic codes and cultures and heritages all in one. And so I want my dress to reflect that too. I don't want to separate it out. I want to, like myself, create a new place as a mixed person and have my dress also reflect me, who is a mixed multiracial person.
No, I love that. And I think that's something that really excited me about planning this wedding was that aesthetic of the Indian Western fusion.
I also just love Indian gowns because they're so beautiful and I love sparkles.
She does love sparkles.
I love sparkles. I just love Indian clothes. I love the lehengas, I love the saris, I love the bangles, the jewelry, the tikka, everything. So.
Don't Indian weddings have aren't they like 7 days long?
Traditionally, they are multi-day experiences, yes.
Is that still a thing? Like they're still traditionally
it's sort of like
long?
tied to personal preference, religious preference, as well as financially what's possible.
Yeah, how do you financially support like a week-long
It's very,
wedding?
very expensive. Like a wedding is a very, very big deal in India, as it is anywhere. But
what significance does the color red have?
The red is significant for good luck.
I like that. I like that. It's interesting to me that like that is the primary color for.
I think it's really cool.
Indian weddings, where we think when you and I think wedding, my brain, or at least my brain thinks white everything, and I don't know. I hope to inject a lot of that color into our wedding.
Indian weddings now, like people wear a blue sari, a pink sari. Like people wear all different types of colors.
What did Nick and Priyanka do?
They did two ceremonies. So she wore like an 18-foot long white gown for the Western ceremony, and then I'm pretty sure she wore a red sari for the Hindu ceremony.
Very cool.
But I mean, their wedding was multi-day.
And they did like the garland exchange and everything. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. I love the garlands.
Yeah, I'm excited to marry you. I'm excited to just make
wait a year.
Make it official, because right now,
and I get why people are like, I don't want to wait to get married. Like, it's just fun. It's like, ooh, I want to have the party. I want to see all my family. I want to do it.
But we want to do it when it's safe.
Do it. I didn't mean to say it like that, but also, sure.
Mm-hmm. So for those visual people, that was Michelle's impersonation of Lucille Bluth giving the wink. Very good.
I love Lucille Bluth. Lucille Bluth is my favorite.
So what's the next step for you with the wedding dress?
So I think the next step is going to be choosing a designer and who is able to combine the dresses I'm interested in.
Gotcha.
And really can execute on this vision.
Are you planning on making the wedding dress its own video or grouping it in with the rest of the wedding? Because originally we wanted it all together.
Mm-hmm. But after filming, I believe that it should be its own video. And
Why is
not
that?
just because, we filmed enough for it to be its own video, but the story.
So it has its own story.
What happened on that day, it's a full arc.
Okay.
It's a complete
So you think it will be a better storytelling experience?
I do. I think it will be better. Its own video. I mean, let us know if you guys agree that it should be its own video, because there's so much wonderful stuff that happened with my sister and my mom, and also just looking at the dresses and learning about the history of wedding gowns in general for both cultures, I think is really fascinating. And I think it hits all the points that we love, like to educate, entertain, and inspire. Like that video by itself, what we shot and what we will continue to film, will definitely do that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, our Postmates is here, guys. So we're gonna wrap this thing up.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. We missed you guys over the past 2 weeks. Also, the gaming video finally came out, and
give it a watch because it's not getting as many views as we'd like it to.
As many views as we wanted.
Give it more views.
But thank you so much to everybody who did watch it. That was a labor of love and a wonderful, wonderful experience. So yeah, thank you guys so much.
The doorbell is ringing. Do the outro. I'm going to get our food now.
Okay. If you guys made it to the end of this podcast, congratulations. Mission accomplished. We'll see you next time. Bye.
See ya.